Welcome to section 2, data selection, using Pandas series data structure to select a subset of the data. In this section, we'll learn about advanced techniques of data selection with Pandas. We'll learn about how to select a subset of data. We will learn about how to select multiple rows and columns from a dataset. We will learn how to do sorting on a Pandas data frame or a series. We'll walk through how to filter rows of a Pandas data frame. And we will learn how to apply multiple filters to a Pandas data frame. We'll also see how to use the access parameter in Pandas, and we will see the uses of string methods in Pandas. And finally, we'll learn about how to change the data type of a Pandas series. In this video, we'll learn about how to select a subset of data from a Pandas data frame and create a series object. We'll start with importing a real dataset. We'll introduce some of the Pandas data selection methods, and we'll apply these methods to our real dataset to demonstrate a selection of subset of data. We are using a real dataset from Zillow.com for this video. Zillow.com is an online real estate marketplace. They release their house prices datasets as part of their research efforts. These datasets are public domain and free to use after proper attribution to Zillow.com. We are using a latest data of mean house prices of US regions. This is a CSV dataset or a text file with comma separated values. We start with importing Pandas modules in our Jupyter notebook. We then read in our dataset. Since it's a CSV file, we are using Pandas read CSV method for this. We pass the file name and a comma as separator to the read method, and we create a data frame out of this data, which we name as data. Now we have read in our dataset into a data frame. Let's take a look at the first few records of this dataset. To do this, we call the head method on the data frame. We have columns as date and some location fields like region name, state, metro, and country. The last column ZHVI, which is a Zillow term and is the mean house prices of that particular region. Now we show some ways to select data from this dataset. We can select a column from a data frame as a Pandas series. We can do this in two ways. First, we use bracket notation for this selection. The way we do this is to pass the column name to the data frame in square brackets like this here. Here we pass region name column and we will get a series object. This series object will contain the values from just this particular column. How do we know this is a series object? We can check that by passing the series object created to the type function. Now let's also look at the data in the series object we just created. So what is the difference between Pandas data frame and Pandas series? Pandas data frame is a multidimensional tabular data structure with labeled rows and columns. Series is a data structure containing single column values. So Pandas data frame can be thought of as a container for one or more series objects. We can select multiple columns from a dataset. We have to pass the columns as a list to the data frame like this. Now let's check if the resulting object is a series or a data frame. So we see that selecting multiple columns creates another data frame, whereas selecting just a single column creates a series object. There is another way to create a new series out of a subset of data selected from a data frame. This method is called dot notation. Here the column name is passed to the data frame like passing a property rather than like a parameter like shown here. We can select multiple series and create new series out of those. Here we are creating a new series out of the three columns of county, metro, and state. We are then concatenating these series and creating a column in the data frame, and we are calling it address. Let's take a look at the newly created column or series we just created. In this video, we learned about the methods of selecting a subset of data from a Pandas data frame. We also learned about how to apply these methods to a real dataset.